Welcome to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois, as we get ready for some more high school girls volleyball here this evening, starting with the JV matchup as the A-Town Tornadoes set to take on the Titans of West Hancock. My name's Wyatt Reed, joined by my wonderful cameraman here, and he may even throw some color commentary in from time to time, Brandon. Good to have you with us here today, Brandon. Yep. We're excited for this matchup here. Two teams that, well, A-Town at least comes in struggling a little bit here so far this season, but looking to play well in front of these home fans.
Yep, and then West Hancock we don't know too much about. We tried looking at Max Preps, and they had like 4 games on the schedule. They're 0-0, so we're going to be in surprise just like the rest of y'all.
That's right. We don't know what to expect here tonight, but watching these girls warm up here, obviously I always tip my cap to these these volleyball girls here. Very athletic. I think more athletic than a lot of people give them credit for. These girls have been warming up really, really well here. West Hancock out there on the floor now in the red uniforms. A-Town, as I said, they've got a lot of young players. What I will say of the game that I did, the one game that I did, they got some young players that are looking to make an impact here. One in particular, Ava Patch, she went off against, that was Alleman that I did a few weeks back. Of course, it's been a while because, duty calls at my other career choices. But Ava Patch, number 1 for A-Town, she's going to be one to watch. She had 8 kills, Brandon, in the game against Alleman. And Alleman's a pretty good ball club there. But this JV squad, they swept Alleman. So they're going to be, actually, they won in 3 sets. But they're going to be looking to keep the hot hand going, especially with a girl like Ava Patch there.
Right, and you play a game like that, 8 kills against a team like Rock Island Alleman. They're a powerhouse here in the state of Illinois in most sports, but in volleyball, especially in the most recent years as well. So that's got to be a real confidence booster for the Lady Tornadoes and Ava Patch.
And playing, these JV games, all it does is give them some confidence here. So we'll see how it all goes there. But there's the Alleman roster, by the way. It looks like a whole football team.
It does.
I've just pulled it up here. It was like a football team with the amount of girls on Alleman here. Not near as many names here this evening for West Hancock. But we are about ready to get this one underway here for our JV contest, and then our varsity contest will take place after this, and we'll have that for you on the separate stream, but we will have it here for you on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brandon Thomas joining us here, joining you here this evening as we get ready to go here. A-Town's JV roster, very, very small. They come in with just 8 girls on the JV roster. So a lot of substituting in and out to keep bodies fresh, and that's very important with a long, long season ahead of you. And we'll see how they do here this evening. But, again, a lot of excitement with the younger class here at A-Town. And we'll see how these girls do here this evening. Again, West Hancock, we come in not really knowing a whole lot here. So if anybody has any details or previous games for West Hancock wants to put it in the comments, feel free to do that. We love hearing from you guys on the comments section as we get ready to go here this evening. A-Town, their starting lineup going to look like this. And number 1, Ava Patch, who we talked about a little while ago. Emily Wallace in at number 2. Number 3 out there is Camden Hull. And then you've got number 14 is Vivian Bigger. Number 4 is Mackenzie Creek. And number 22 is Kayanne Andrews. That's for A-Town, and then we'll get the starters out there once I pull those up here on the West Hancock side. They have them up on the scoreboard, which is awesome, but I'll have to mark them down and then get those starters for you here as we go through this evening. Let's get to West Hancock here. Siren Egley is number 1 as the service is officially underway, and a tap over quickly on 2. And the A-Town Tornadoes playing defense here. Nicely done, dug out and sent back over. Just got done watching the freshman as that one goes just a little long. Got done watching the freshmen, and Brandon, the freshman girls here, taking care of business there in 2 sets. Again, a lot of young talent coming up here for the A-Town Tornadoes.
They did. That first game, they ended up winning big. The second game was a little bit closer, but they came away with 2 victories instead of 2, like you said.
So we're back underway here. A-Town leading 1-0 and sent over by West Hancock, but A-Town defensively back and good to go. West Hancock will try to hammer that one down. Dug out nicely there by number 22, Kayanna Andrews, and then into the net it goes, and that'll tie things up here at 1 apiece. Starting lineup here for West Hancock, Siren Egley, as I talked about, number 1. She's the libero out there here this evening. Number 5 is Sydney Wilson. Number 11 is Lainey Pfeifferling. Number 12 is Addie Pfeifferling. Number 13 is Caitlin Starr. And 15 out there is Brinley Smeltzer. So that's your starting lineup there. That one into the rafters. Where's it going to land? It doesn't matter. A-Town going to pick up the point there. And we'll see if they put the kill on the board there, because that should be a kill for A-Town. But as I was looking at the starting lineup there, missed who it was that sent it over the line.
Back in the day at Astoria High School, if you hit the ceiling, white stuff would fall. It was insulation, and it always looked like it was snowing and everything.
Have to clean up the court after something like that. Don't have to worry about that here at A-Town High School. 2-1, A-Town with the early lead. As that's tapped into the nets. Trying to get it back over was Lainey Pfeifferling, and instead it goes into the net. So a 3-1 start here for the Tornadoes. They didn't put a kill on the board there, so I'll leave it alone. And we'll try it again later on, as that one hammered down right to the floor. That one nicely done. That's Brooke Wazlewski. I'm going to go with that here. Wasilewski. I don't know. Wazlewski. That's what I'm going to say here.
Sounds good.
We'll go with that here this evening, but she'll get that first kill, number 8 for West Hancock. And again, my apologies out there. If somebody's got a pronunciation for her last name, much appreciated. Send it into the comments along with any of your other thoughts. And who knows, maybe during the varsity game, maybe give us some Monday Night Football updates. That one's tapped over. Bears in the old Vikings tonight as that one hammered out of play. Molly Hennefant, number 16, sending that one wide. She's got some power, just got to tame it down a little bit. 3-2, actually now 4-2. A-Town with the lead. So they must have said that where there was a violation there, and A-Town ended up getting the point. So serving it up is Ava Patch. Did not have an ace in the game I did against Alleman, but again, still a very talented player, 8 kills nonetheless. That one sent over. Good battle here. That one goes into the net. Wasilewski tried to get that one over, but instead the Tornadoes now with their biggest lead. They lead 5-2. Patch will send that one into the net, and boy, those run killers there, the serving errors, trying to avoid those at all costs, but that one into the net, and now out onto the floor to serve it up is Sydney Wilson, number 5 for the Titans, and she'll pick up her first ace of this contest. That one had some mustard on it. Wouldn't want to get in the way of that one, would you there, Brandon?
Nope.
Good back and forth here in the early going as we're here at A-Town High School and serving that one up. A-Town will set up their offense there. Sent across. Wasilewski sends that one just a hair long. And A-Town will have a 2-point lead once again, 6-4. Good to have everybody along here this evening. Another beautiful night here in West Central Illinois. Weather's going to start to warm up here this week. We'll start to feel it in arenas like that as Ava Patch gets the job done. Ava going to pick up her first kill of the evening. Picking up right where she left off, at least against Alleman. 7-4, A-Town with the 3-point lead. Serving it up now for A-Town, Vivian Bigger, number 14, as that one, that might be a service ace, as that one goes out of play. Only hit one time. I'm going to give her the ace. Vivian Bigger. So she's on the board with an ace here this evening, as the scoreboard confirms it with me. 8-4 now the score. And that one, nearly another ace. It gets over, however. And sending that one towards the corner. Dug out nicely by Egley. And sent back over by West Hancock. What an effort there. But then hammering that one down is A-Town trying to get the job done. Tapped over on 2 and down to the floor. Camden Hull will get the kill. As we got a whistle and a timeout, A-Town off to a good start. We'll take a break. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live. It's presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brandon Thomas joining me here on the camera and on the call here a little bit here this evening. 9-4, A-Town off to a hot start there, Brandon.
Yep, they are 9-4, like you said. Just really playing hard, and Ava Patch once again, as you said pregame, really showing up and standing out here tonight.
She has a kill here this evening, along with Camden Hull, who got a kill right before the break. That serve goes out of play by Vivian Bigger, so the run will stop. A-Town's lead is down now to 4. 5 just a second ago. 5 is the biggest lead here in the early going. People still filing in here, getting ready for the varsity contest here this evening, as the Titans and the Tornadoes will do battle again. A-Town freshman winning earlier here today in 2 sets, so JV looking to continue that run as we got a whistle and a serving violation there by number 13. That is Caitlin Starr. I think her foot just went a hair over the line and can't do that. Got to stay behind the line. 10-5 now the score. As that serve, I think that was just a miss hit right there by Molly Hennefant. Went off the side of the hand instead of right there in the middle.
About the lower side. You've seen that right whenever it came right off. But that's a part of high school sports right there.
Molly just a freshman here, so plenty of room to learn as we got a whistle and a violation, and that's going to be, I believe, a point for A-Town. It is indeed. So 11-6 now the score. Ella Timmons back into the ball game here, so she'll serve it up, and that one, nice block there in front by A-Town, but it goes out off the block, and that should be a kill for number 11, Lainey Pfeifferling. If West Hancock's going to come back from this early deficit, Pfeifferling feels like she's going to be the one that is going to do it. She's got some athleticism there. That one off the block nicely. Service there. A-Town will send it back across. That one off the block, trying to get dug out, but nicely done down to the floor, though. West Hancock on a little mini run here. That one, I believe, was number 15, Brinley Smeltzer, and that should be her first kill of the night. As Ava Patch off the block, tried to get it down, but dug out nicely by West Hancock. Here's Patch again. She'll try, but again, a nice block in front. Oh, and then that one goes right into the net. Good effort by both sides. Brinley Smeltzer sends that one into the net.
Whole lot of athleticism there on that series there.
For sure. Ava Patch, a couple of chances at a kill there, but dug out nicely by West Hancock. And that one hit out off the dig there by A-Town, so to go out of play. I believe that'll be a kill for another kill, actually her first kill of the ball game. Sydney Wilson, number 5. It is indeed. So Wilson on the board. 12-9 is the early score. Served up. Good back and forth here as the Titans get it back over. A-Town dug out nicely by number 3, Nico de Guzman. First time seeing her as that one goes out of play. A-Town will pick up another point. 13-9 is the score. Nico de Guzman fresh into the game. Coming into the game again is Molly Hennepin. A little back and forth taking over for Mackenzie Creek as that one served up and out of play. So Emily Wallace turns that one right over. It's kind of like a turnover in football there. Get the service, but then serve it out of play. Oh, but a nice ace there as an answer. That's Addie Pfeifferling. She'll pick up her first ace of the contest.
Lady Titans just won't go away. They'll be down by 5, then bam, just like that, they're down by 2.
2 is the deficit here. It's been as high as 5, as Brandon just pointed out. As that one sent in, and that's a nice play. I believe that was Sydney Wilson. She's going to pick up another kill here tonight. And here come the Titans, as you mentioned, Brandon, down now just by 1. Will this run continue? Serving it up, Pfeifferling. That one off and out of play. Addie Pfeifferling ties it up at 13. We got a whistle and a timeout. A-Town wants to talk it over. We're tied at 13. We'll be back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brandon Thomas on the call here this evening from A-Town High School here in Abingdon. As the A-Town Tornadoes once led by 5 on a number of occasions here in the first. But it has been a good back and forth here. We're now tied at 13 as that one tapped over nicely by Hennepin. And she'll get a kill, her first of the night. That's a way to come out of a timeout there, Brandon.
Yes, it is. You just wonder what the coach had just said to him to get that fire lit underneath them.
Ava Patch will serve it up here, and that one, oh, wow. And that's going to be a service ace. Ava Patch, an ace to go along with a kill, and suddenly it's a 2-0 run out of that timeout. Scoreboard hasn't there it just updated here as Patch will serve it into that, however. So a service error and a service ace for Ava Patch. 15-14, and Sydney Wilson will serve it up for the Titans. That one high into the rafters, nearly hit that basketball hoop up there. And that into the net led them just a little bit too far as she was looking for Lainey Pfeifferling. Led her just a hair too far and into the net. So 16-14, A-Town will be back in front by 2 here this evening. First 25, so still a lot to take care of here in the first set as Vivian Bigger serves that one into the net. And now 16-15. Into the serve it up here, Caitlin Starr, number 13. And that one in play. A-Town will set up their offense. Number 20 into the ball game here. I'll get that name, Lauren Stevenson. First time seeing her in this game, to my knowledge. And that one sent over. Nearly got the job done there is Timmons. Oh, that one nicely done and sent down to the floor. That's Camden Hall. Second time we've seen that here in this ball game where she just sneaks that one into a position where West Hancock wasn't set up, 17-15.
Really good eyes, really good read of the floor, and just bam, like you said, twice now.
She's got 2 kills, and that one goes out of play by Hennepin. Got to have good peripheral vision in this sport to see something like that. As that one served up, and we're back underway here. Patch gets that one to the net. Oh, and that one, is that going to be out of play? That one just a hair too far on the near side. West Hancock misses an opportunity. It looked like they were going to get that one and tie this thing up, but instead, A-Town's now back up 2. Ella Timmons, the sophomore, will serve it up. And she'll serve that one into the back corner and punched back over by the Titans. Here's Patch over on 2 there. And that one going to hit the floor. Arguably, you could give that a kill. I'm not going to do it, though. That was more an error on the West Hancock side. And 19-16 now is the score. Back to a 3-point lead. Lead has been as big as 5. And that one, a service ace. Count that one up for Ella Timmons here this evening. Her first ace. Scoreboard has her with a kill, but I think they gave that to her instead of Hennepin. Hennepin has a kill by my tally, and the scoreboard doesn't. So, me and the scorekeeper not getting along here this evening, which is A-okay. Laney Pfeifferling. Oh, that one off the block and out of play. That's going to be a kill for Emily Wallace. A-Town getting a kill for Wallace, her first. And the second timeout, and A-Town's lead has ballooned back up to 5. We'll take a break. We're back in 15 on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brandon Thomas on the call here this evening from A-Town High School. The Tornadoes, well, that run off a timeout by A-Town. The run, they've gotten back to a 5-point lead here, Brandon, and looking really good, sharp here in the first set.
They are. I think this is the 4th time that it's been a 5-point lead. We've seen it tied, and don't count out West Hancock quite yet because we've seen them catch fire and come back and tie it up twice here. Let's see what happens here. Now they're down by 4.
Very competitive first set, as Brandon mentioned, with 21-17 now the score. Laney Pfeifferling. And she'll serve that one. Oh, that was I think that one just a hair. No, they're going to say it's West Hancock. One official said one thing, one official said the other.
Here I am standing here and getting all confused.
Yeah, that is a service ace for Pfeifferling, so that'll be her first ace to go along with a kill this evening. And the lead is down to 3, make it 2 after another ace by Pfeifferling. So a good little run here by Pfeifferling alone, and that 5-point lead is now down to a 2-point lead, as you said. Don't count the Titans out quite yet. Here's Pfeifferling. Well, that one had some mustard on it, dug out nicely by Mackenzie Creek. Sent over on 2, and that's a good call as that one hits the floor. 21-20.
Just out of Mackenzie Creek's reach, and she dove on the floor, made quite the effort, but just wasn't successful on it.
21-20, tapped over on 2 by Camden Hall. Little 4-0 run here out of the timeout as that one off the block and hitting the floor once again. We're tied at 21. And a second, I believe, timeout. That's the second timeout by A-Town. Both teams are out of timeouts. We'll take a quick one. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brandon Thomas on the call here from A-Town High School, and a 5-0 run out of a timeout. And now A-Town calls a timeout, and Brandon, we'll see. I mean, this has just been one heck of a first set. Hopefully this is what we get the rest of the night.
Yeah, West Hancock, third time they've tied it up. They haven't held the lead yet. They're trying to get it here, and
Well,
they do.
There they do. Lainey Pfeifferling, her service stretch continues. They've been on this run thanks in large part to Lainey Pfeifferling and her ability to serve. 3 aces all in this little run. Pfeifferling not going to get an ace there, but Patch will send that one across, and West Hancock will set it up. Touched over. It will hit the floor. Make it a 7-0 run. That one by Addie Pfeifferling. So the Pfeifferling crew putting on a show here. That's going to be a kill on by my tally anyway. I'm a little more generous with the kills than maybe some scorekeepers, especially the one here, as that one just a miss hit there by number 13, Caitlin Starr. And finally, A-Town gets that 7-0 run to stop, but now they got some work to do here with West Hancock only needing 2 to win the set. But a nice service there, and that one will hit the floor. Camden Hall having herself a day. 2 kills and now an ace to go along with it. We're tied at 23. Here's Camden Hall again, and she'll instead send that one out of play. So West Hancock now 1 point away from winning set 1, being down by 5 on a number of occasions. But now West Hancock 1 point away from clinching this one. Nearly got it on an ace there. Tapped over on 2 by Hull. And that's set up off the block nicely. West Hancock trying to send it back over. Nice effort, but it goes out of play. So we'll get a little bit of extra volleyball here in the first set. Got to win by 2. Emily Wallace will serve it up for A-Town, tied at 24. And that one in, off the hands, out of play. Off the hands of Siren Egley, and now A-Town will have set point. That'll be an ace for A-Town's Emily Wallace, her first ace. A-Town has got 5 aces, Brandon.
Well, like you said, they're really showing athleticism. They're playing really well against the teams that they need to be, and right there just shows they get victory in match number 1.
Set number 1 goes as Emily Wallace back-to-back aces, and that'll put an end to our first set. What a set it was. A-Town led by as much as 5 at certain points. West Hancock tied it on a number of occasions. We go to the second set. West Hancock needs to win this one to send it to a do-or-die third set. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
And welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brandon Thomas on the call here from A-Town High School in Abingdon, Illinois, has the first set in the books. And boy, Brandon, that might be one of the best sets of volleyball that you and I have seen so far here this year. A-Town on a number of occasions looked like they had control, but West Hancock just could not, you couldn't put them away here. And A-Town eventually got the job done, 26-24. As we head to the second set here, now West Hancock with their back against the wall.
You're right. I believe it was 4 times as a 5-point deficit, A-Town in lead. Then there was 3 ties, and then they're in the early 20s West Hancock finally took their first lead, but it didn't last too long, and A-Town ended up coming away with the victory.
West Hancock actually had set points at 25-23, and A-Town rattled, or 24-23. A-Town rattled off 6 points in a row, or excuse me, do my math correctly here, 3 points in a row to win 26-23. 26-24, excuse me. Service ace. That's a good way to start the second set for the A-Town Tornadoes, as Camden Hall, she's having herself a day. 2 kills and an ace in that first set. That was a quick intermission as that one goes out of play. So I couldn't really go through my stats. I'll try to get as many as I said, Camden Hall, 2 kills and an ace. 1 kill, 2 aces for Emily Wallace for A-Town. A kill and an ace for Ava Patch. 1 kill for Molly Hennepin. And 1 ace here in this ball game by Vivian Bigger. Get West Hancock stats here as we move along, as that one's sent across. Emily Wallace to the floor. That's a kill for Emily Wallace. Her second to go along with the 2 aces. 2-1 A-Town. West Hancock, their leading stat getter was Lainey Pfeifferling. 3 aces and a kill by my tally. 2 kills and an ace for Sydney Wilson for West Hancock. And that one smacked over, out of play. That'll be a kill by number 15, Brinley Smeltzer. That's her second here in this game. She had 1 in the first. Addie Pfeifferling had a kill and an ace in the first set. And also 1 kill for Wazalewski, Brooke Wazalewski, number 8. And I'm probably butchering her name, and I feel terrible about that. I'm not the best with last names as that one goes. Tricky names, I should say. As the run, it's a little 2-0 run here for West Hancock that got to update the scoreboard for. And serving it up, number 15, Brinley Smeltzer. And then that one into the net. Hennepin tried to set that one up. Just couldn't get the job done. 4-2, West Hancock with this lead. Their biggest lead here in this contest. Smeltzer serves that one in. Tapped over on 2. We've seen her do that a couple of times, Camden Hall. Sometimes it's worked for her. This time West Hancock was ready for it. Ava Patch gets it across. Pfeifferling will set that one up. That one off the block and out of play. Addie Pfeifferling with the kill. Laney setting up Addie, excuse me, not Adley. And Brinley Smeltzer will continue the service game, and she's going to pick up an ace. Her second ace here in this contest. What a run this has been here.
Really seeing a change of roles from game 1 to game 2 thus far.
As Brinley Smeltzer will get that one in again. A 5-0 run here by West Hancock, leading to the 6-2 lead. And that one down to the floor. That one hammered down. Wazalewski gets the job done, her second kill. 6-0 run. Now the question is, when is A-Town gonna call that timeout? I assume after, if West Hancock gets one more score here. Smeltzer tapped over on 2 by Hull. And here's Hennepin. Off the top of the net, off the block and down to the floor. Nice play there by Molly Hennepin, the freshman. That's her second kill of the evening here, and finally stops that 6-0 run here, and we'll see if A-Town can go on a little run of their own. They got the right girl to do it here, Ava Patch. 8 kills against Alleman. Tonight she's got an ace and a kill. That one tipped up, sent across. Wazalewski off the block and down to the floor. Wazalewski gets that one to go, her third kill here of the night. 8-3 And West Hancock will maintain that 5-point lead. Serving that one up, number 12, Addie Pfeifferling. Ella Timmons will push that one across. Wazalewski, hit that one right off of that stick that sticks up from the volleyball nets. And that one out of play. I think the scoreboard, they screwed that up there a little bit. It should be 8-4. Instead, they've got 9-3 on the scoreboard. Wazalewski gets that one across. Here is Hennepin off the block. Oh, dug out nicely by Wazalewski, but it goes out of play. Let's see if they give Hennepin a kill on that one, but regardless, that is going to be, they do give Hennepin a kill, so I'm going to give her a kill. Vivian Bigger will get that one in. Oh, nice play by Hennepin there a moment ago. Good back and forth here, 8-5. That one into the net now, and that'll be another point here for the Titans. A little mini run by A-Town will come to an end. 9-5 our score. Cue the Dolly Parton, Sydney Wilson. Working 9-5 as that one goes and hits the floor, and it'll be now 10-5. And that one might be a kill. You could make that argument for Sydney Wilson, a whistle. And it'll be a timeout. We'll take a quick one with them back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brandon Thomas on the call here. A 10-5 lead for West Hancock here, set number 2 after A-Town won that first set, 26-24. As that one into the net, and that'll hit the floor, and West Hancock with their biggest lead. It is now 6. Brandon, as you mentioned, it's just a changing of roles here. This has been a very impressive performance by West Hancock, but that one goes out of play.
It is, and that was the biggest deficit of the entire contest in match 1 and 2, and now we're back to a 5-point deficit.
But yeah, the roles have been reversed after A-Town kind of controlled that first set. But still been a good contest here, and that's what we're hoping for, especially with the varsity game set to go later on tonight. And that's going to be a service ace for Molly Hennepin. Have a day, Molly Hennepin. 3 kills and now an ace. 11-7. Titans with the lead over the Tornadoes, and Hennepin going to get back-to-back aces. An impressive showing here by Molly Hennepin. Another point for A-Town. It's 11-8. Hennepin, she's got some mustard on that one too, but it's saved this time. But that one going to go off the block and down to the floor. And when the run needs to stop, who does West Hancock turn to, Brandon? Lainey Pfeifferling, that's who. She's having one heck of a day here today. 2 kills to go along with 3 aces. And here to serve it up, Nico de Guzman. Rocking the blue shoes with the red outfits here. I kind of like those blue shoes, not going to lie. Emily Wallace will send it across for A-Town. Here's Pfeifferling. Ooh, that one's going to be close to the net. That one tapped, battle in front, and that's going to hit the floor. Back-to-back points here for West Hancock, and the lead now back to a 5-point lead here for the Titans. De Guzman will serve it up again. Ooh, that's a little change-up right there, and de Guzman will get her first ace here in this one. A little change of speed. It gets the baseball players, and here in volleyball, it gets them as well there, Brandon.
Yeah, it does. And seen that at the JV level. That's quite the sight to see with somebody doing it that well.
Lainey Pfeifferling going to put that one down to the floor. Pfeifferling just picked up her 3rd kill. Boy, she is one heck of an athlete, and she is just a sophomore. That is a scary thought for West Central Illinois volleyball. People got to deal with her for the next couple of years. That one, a whistle and a violation running into the net there by A-Town, and the lead has ballooned to its biggest one so far here for West Hancock. 16-8, the lead is 8. And de Guzman will serve it up here. I must be the king of 3-set matches here, as de Guzman will pick up another kill. Or another ace, excuse me. 3-set match in the JV game against Alleman. And unless A-Town goes on one masterful run here. Likely going into a 3rd set here. And de Guzman, that one come off the hand awkwardly there, and that'll end that scoring run. 17-9. Serving it up now is Ella Timmons. Timmons, boy, she's got some power on that one. Here, that one. That's going to go down to the floor as that's Brinley Smeltzer. Her 3rd kill of the evening. And Smeltzer, she's been putting on a show here this evening. She's got 3 kills. Tied for the team lead with Brooke Wasilewski and Lainey Pfeifferling. Served back in by Laura Stevenson. Battling that one. Can't get it over the net. And we got a whistle and another timeout by A-Town. They trail by 10 here in set number 2. Will we go to a 3rd set? We'll find out. Keep it here. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Ava Patch off the timeout. That one just a little bit too strong. And the run will continue here for West Hancock. It is now 20-9. A-Town won the 1st set. But it's been all West Hancock here so far. Patch will send that one across. And that one hammered down, dug out nicely by Mackenzie Creek. Tried to get it to Pfeifferling. Did she save that one? No, she did not. It did not come on the right side of that little post there. So A-Town will get a point, but they still trail mightily by 10.
Let's see what the Lady Tornadoes can do there in that last timeout. I was watching Coach Hindle getting really animated trying to get the Lady Tornadoes fired up.
She doesn't want to go to a 3rd set. She wants to get the job done here in set number 2, as that one sent back across by Vivian Bigger. Setting it up, that one across, a whistle, Smeltzer. It sounds like we got a whistle and a violation. Violation will be on A-Town, and it'll be another point for the Titans. So Lainey Pfeifferling will get the ball, and who knows, with her service game, she might be able to end this set. Pfeifferling, 3 kills and 3 aces. She's not going to get an ace here, but 21-10, that one goes into the net. Off the hand of Emily Wallace. 22-10 is the score. A lot of aces here in this one. You and I were talking about this, Brandon, during the break. 9 aces for A-Town, 8 for West Hancock. As that one going to hit the floor, and the lead grows to 23-10.
And in my opinion, if you're having a lot of aces, that's good volleyball, but that's just my opinion. I like to see the kills. I like to see the aces.
Pfeifferling, that one off the top of the net. Nearly had another one there. Here's Ava Patch sending it across. Haven't been able to get her going here today. Is that one down? Dug out nicely. Tapped at the net. Down to the floor. What a point there by West Hancock. That's Sydney Wilson. She'll pick up the kill, her third. And 1 point away from moving on. Sydney Wilson, her third kill here tonight. Pfeifferling will serve it up. And Ava Patch will get it back across. Tapped over by Smeltzer. Battle to keep this set alive. A-Town will survive at least one set point, but they got a long way to go. Emily Wallace. Try to go on the service game of her life. 24-11, Emily Wallace. Back across, Sydney Wilson. Sets it up. A little close to the net here. West Hancock able to tap it over. Can they save it? No, they can. A-Town tried everything they could, but that is a dominant second set. West Hancock 25-11, so we'll play to 15 here in set number 3. We'll be back after this. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brandon Thomas on the call here this evening from A-Town High School. The Tornadoes, I mean, they were dominating that first set, but as you mentioned a number of times, West Hancock just kept hanging in there, ended up losing the first set. But, man, they took control there in set number 2, and now we got to play to 15 here, set number 3. Brandon, who knows who's going to win this thing? I mean, that was a dominant performance there in set number 2 by West Hancock.
It seemed like it took some time for West Hancock to heat up, and whenever they heat up, man, they really caught fire, came back in that first set, and then won big in the second. Now we play to 15. Let's see what can be done.
Laney Pfeifferling, a good place to start here for West Hancock. 3 kills, 3 aces here in this ball game. We still got one set to go here. First to 15, as Emily Wallace will get that one across. Pfeifferling will set it up. That one into the net and down to the floor. Sydney Wilson tried her best, but that one will hit the floor. And A-Town with an early 1-0 lead. Here's Camden Hull. She'll serve that one up. That one goes a hair long. 2 kills and 2 aces for Hull, but that one just a little bit too long. And now tied at 1. 1 set apiece. Here's Brinley Smeltzer, who's had herself a good day. 3 kills. And that one's setting it up for Camden, or excuse me, that is Emily Wallace. Wazalewski. This one's got to go over for A-Town. It does. Wallace. Wazalewski. Oh, and that's going to be the kill. Wazalewski, her 4th kill. She now leads the Titans. Haven't said her name much, at least in the second set, but she was definitely part of that run to get West Hancock back into things in set number 1. Quiet in set number 2, but making her name known here in set number 3. And there's Brinley Smeltzer again. First ace of the contest for Smeltzer. And the lead is now 3-1. Scoreboard here has her with an extra one. I think they gave one that was supposed to go to someone else to Smeltzer. So I'm going to stick with it. Her first ace here in this contest. Ava Patch tries to get that one down. Nearly took out Siren Egley. Here's Emily Wallace. Dug out nicely again by West Hancock. Good back and forth. Wazalewski off the block. Wallace back across. Tapped at the net. Oh my goodness, good back and forth. Patch will get that one, sending it across. Vivian Bigger a little too strong. Wow. You can tell both sides really want it here, Brandon. That was one heck of a point. Back and forth. West Hancock a 3-point lead.
Like you said, back and forth, good volleyball. Both teams getting excited. And then A-Town ended up getting a little upset with it just barely going out of bounds.
Wazalewski, a miss hit there, and she knows it. That one will hit the floor. Right off the side of the hand. A couple times we've seen that here in this match. Don't forget, we still got us a varsity match later on tonight. And if it's been anything like this, we're in for a treat. Served up, it's Emily Wallace. Couple kills, couple aces for her. Wazalewski dug out for his second, but it goes out of play off the hands of Kayanne Andrews, a name we haven't said much here today. But she's in for A-Town, number 22. And the lead is 5-2 for West Hancock. Back to a 3-point lead. Setting it up for Molly Hennefent. Tapped over. Oh, and a miscommunication there for West Hancock, but they're able to dig it out. Sets it up. That one punched across, but a little too far. Well, I thought it was going to be too far. Vivian Bigger. West Hancock, though, kept it in play. Bigger will get it back across. Tapped at the net. Number 20, Laura Stevenson, into the game. As that one just a hair too long. Molly Hennefent. She's been really close on a number of occasions here tonight. She's still having herself a good night. 3 kills, 2 aces, but man, she could have a really good stat line here just if things would go her way there a little bit, Brandon.
Yep, just barely missing, trying to hog that line, but you know, you just got to keep on keeping on, just like Joe Dirt says, you know.
Never thought I'd get a Joe Dirt reference here in volleyball, but that one hits the floor, and Hennefent might just pick up another kill. She was the last to touch it. 6-3 now the score. Here's Ava Patch. Serves it in nicely, and getting that one across is Wilson. Timmons off the block. Tapped at the net. Dug out nicely by West Hancock. Timmons into the block once again. And that one down to the floor off the hands of Emily Wilson into the net. Boy, that defense right there in front of the net. It has been a stone wall. One heck of an effort here by West Hancock. They lead 7-3. Here's Timmons. Oh, dug out for a second, but it goes out of play. Good effort by Siren Egley. I didn't see who hit that one. It might be another kill there by Emily Wallace. I could be wrong. There's that one. Are they going to get it over? They do. Good battle. Sent over on 2. Another instance we've seen Camden Hall do that 3 times, and she's gotten a kill every time. 7-5. Vivian Bigger serves that one in, and that'll be a service ace. Bigger with her second ace. A-Town with 10 aces here in this contest, and it's 7-6. As that is going to be out of play. Arguably, you could give that one another ace. I'm going to give it to her. I'm feeling generous here tonight. We're tied at 7. What a set. What a game this has been here, Brandon.
The Tornadoes down, then come back just like the Titans did there in the first set.
Give them a taste of their own medicine as that one sent across. Bigger saves it from going out of play, and Ava Patch will send it across. And that one, if she just got a little bit more on it, I feel like that one could have done some damage. Timmons tried to get it across, but into the block. Pfeifferling. And that one, a whistle and a violation. A-Town will now take the lead. They were down 7-3 at one point here in this set. They've gone on a 5-0 run since. And it is 8-7. Vivian Bigger. Her service game will continue. And that'll be another service ace. Arguably. Whistle and a timeout. West Hancock not liking what they see. 9-7. We'll keep it here. I mean, this back and forth, my goodness gracious. I mean, I don't even know where you start. Felt like West Hancock had control, especially with how dominant they had in that, second set. But, boy, you've come out here and you've seen a little bit of both here. Both stories of what we've seen so far here in this game.
Exactly. They're in the first set saying don't count out the Titans, and now here in the third we're saying the vice versa of don't count out the Tornadoes.
Serving it up again, Vivian Bigger, the freshman. Not playing like a freshman here in this JV game as Pfeifferling will send that across. Hull gets it to Hennepin. Oh, into the block and down to the floor. Nice play there defensively. That is Lauren Stevenson. She's a sophomore. She's going to be one heck of an athlete once she gets into her upperclassmen years. 9-8 now the score. And Nico de Guzman will come in and serve it up. Oh, trying to get that over. Nearly got it over, but de Guzman had a little too much mustard on that one, and we're tied at 9. Nine our score. Nico de Guzman in to serve it up again for the Titans. Oh, and that's a miscommunication. Ava Patch somehow able to save that. Sets it up. Stevenson to the floor. Lauren Stevenson. Her first kill here in this game, and it could not have come at a better time for West Hancock. They now lead by 1.
One thing that we can't say that we're not seeing competitiveness here tonight, here in this JV contest.
No, sir. Nico de Guzman has that one into the net and down to the floor. Lainey Pfeifferling does it again. She's got 4 kills, 3 aces here tonight, and she has taken control here in the last 2 sets. 11-9. De Guzman, a little change of speed, and that's the second time we've seen that little change up by Nico de Guzman. Give her another ace. She's got 3. The lead is 3. A-Town calls a timeout. And they will try to fight back from this 3-point deficit here, Brandon. But, I mean, this might be one of the best JV games of the year here, and we're only early in this season.
I believe you're right. And de Guzman, is she going to be able to be stopped, or is she going to score these next 3 points for the ladies in red from West Hancock?
That is the question. A-Town needs to figure it out. Nico de Guzman, 3 sets. West Hancock, a lot of aces here tonight. They are now at 10 as well. So we've had 20 aces between the two sides. That one high into the rafters. Here's Ella Timmons. Down to the floor. Out of the timeout. Nicely done by Ella Timmons. She's got 4 kills. Whoops. She's actually got 1 kill here. Oh, they got 3. I might have given some kills of hers. Oh, here we go. We're good now. And it's now 12-10. The score sheet is all mixed up here. Tapped over by Camden Hall. Pfeifferling, led her just a hair too far. That's going to be 4 hits. It's going to be another point for A-Town. And the lead is down to 1. Serving it up. Oh, that one going to go out, nearly out of play. Are they going to save it? No, they are not. And we are tied at 12. Mackenzie Creek. Give her a service ace. I'm going to do it. Scoreboard's not going to do it, but I'm going to do it. Here's Pfeifferling setting up Stevenson. Patch digs it out. Tapped over again by Hull on 2. Pfeifferling sends it towards the far side. She let it just a little too far. 13-10. We got a whistle, and we got another timeout. 13-12. A-Town 2 points away from winning this JV contest. And don't forget, we still got a varsity contest after this. So we're going to get a little bit of a later start if you're looking to watch that contest and you've come over to watch the end of this. We'll get a later start on the JV or the varsity contest here this evening, but my goodness gracious. Serving has been very important here in this game. We saw some service errors early in this game, Brandon, but the serving has really been the story here. A lot of great service aces here. Some really, really good execution here in this second set.
Very impressive and great execution, as you said.
So Mackenzie Creek will serve it in again. Nico de Guzman, did she get that one in? She did! Nico de Guzman, her first kill, and it couldn't have come at a better time. We're tied at 13. Oh my goodness gracious, I can't believe she got that one in. A-Town let it go thinking it was too long, but that one just stayed in. And now Lauren Stevenson. She'll serve it up. That one nearly goes across. It's going to be down to the floor. And now the Titans are 1 point away. Stevenson, are they going to give her an ace on that one? I think you arguably could. But they're not, so I'm not going to either. 14-13. Match point here for West Hancock. Here's Stevenson. And it goes off the hands of Mackenzie Creek awkwardly, and it goes out of play, and West Hancock will win this wild JV matchup. 15-13 here in the third. Boy, Brandon, that was volleyball at its finest here in this JV contest. We can only hope the varsity squad can live up to the hype as that one comes to a close.
Ever since the beginning of this third set, what's been in my mind is what's in store for the varsity game. So make sure that you come to our next showing here on our next feed and watch the varsity game between the Lady Tornadoes and the Lady Titans.
That's right. As A-Town got the first set, 26-24. They led on a number of occasions by 5, but West Hancock came storming back and got it to a little extra volleyball, but A-Town finished strong there in set number 1. They win set number 1, 26-24. But then the second set, West Hancock just kind of took control and ran away with it, 25-11, led in large part by Pfeifferling, Lainey Pfeifferling. She put on a show there in that second set. And we'll get to her stats here in just a second. But West Hancock dominating set number 2, 25-11. And then third and final set here. I mean, it was back and forth. West Hancock got out to an early lead. A-Town came storming back. Then they just kind of traded points there at the end. And that's what you want when you get a 3-set matchup. That's what you want, especially in that third set. You want it battling all the way down to the end, and we got that battle here tonight.
It's very exciting for the fans here in attendance. It's exciting for us, and I'm sure it's exciting for you guys there at home watching or in your cars, or hopefully you're not driving and watching. But whatever you're doing, you know, if you have a pulse, that was some very exciting volleyball action.
Yes, sir, indeed. Let's take a look at some of the numbers here real quick before we sign off and head to our other stream. Lainey Pfeifferling, again, putting on a show there for West Hancock. She had 4 kills here tonight to go along with 3 aces. So stuffing the stat sheet a little bit there, but it wasn't just her. It was a number of girls here. Brinley Smeltzer, she had 3 kills tonight and an ace. 2 kills and 2 aces tonight for number 12, Addie Pfeifferling. That Pfeifferling family, they can really play some volleyball. They put on a show here tonight. 3 kills and an ace tonight for number 5, Sydney Wilson. 1 kill, 3 aces tonight for Nico de Guzman. Her serving there in that third set. That was kind of the turning point there. Some of those aces came at a very important time for West Hancock as they were trying to take advantage there in the third set.
It was, like I said, could she be stopped there after that timeout? I think she scored another one. Then A-Town ended up coming back, and it's got me questioning. But the Lady Titans end up holding strong and getting the W.
De Guzman is on the varsity roster there, so we're wondering if we'll see her in that starting lineup there, maybe for West Hancock. Who knows? But Nico de Guzman is sophomore, so maybe we'll get to see her play a little bit there in our next contest. And then one other kill in this matchup here, Lauren Stevenson ended with a kill there as well in set number 3. A-Town, a lot of scorers here, a lot of aces. Actually, all but one of their players got an ace here this evening. The only player not to get an ace was Kayanne Andrews. But the leading scorer here tonight, Molly Hennefant, 3 kills, 2 aces tonight. Same goes for Camden Hull, 3 kills, 2 aces here this evening. 2 kills, 2 aces for Emily Wallace, 1 kill and an ace by my count for Ava Patch. Kind of a quieter day for her after the 8 kills that she had against Alleman, but still, it was her teammates that were picking her up there in this contest. 1 kill, 1 ace for Ella Timmons, and 1 ace, I should say, for Mackenzie Creek. And that's your scoring breakdown for A-Town. 26-24, A-Town wins set 1. 25-11, West Hancock wins game 2. And 15-13, West Hancock wins the third and final set. We can only hope that the second game is as good as that one. What a ball game, and we'll find out here in just a few minutes as we've got a little while. They've got the 6-minute timers still to go here. The 2-minute timer's about to wrap up here, so we'll probably go on the air here in about 10 minutes and get this one going here as West Hancock takes on A-Town in our varsity game. Head over to the other stream, head to the home page of this very YouTube page, go to the live tab, and you'll find the stream up and ready to go, and we'll have that starting for you here in just a few minutes. For Brandon Thomas, our camera guy, and my color commentator, my name's Wyatt Reed. It's been a pleasure broadcasting this one. 2-1, the Titans win here in 3 sets, and we'll have the varsity game for you coming up next here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.